say thanks to CDF and the Young Professionals Group for having us here today. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Randy Boyd, and I'm running for District 19 representative as a Republican. And that's kind of unheard of in District 19, but you know, today things are changing in Mississippi. Not just between Democrats and Republicans, all over Mississippi things are changing. I've lived in District 19 practically all my life. The only 2 years I left in District 19 was after I finished ICC or IJC at my time, and went down to Mississippi State to obtain my BS degree in forestry. I stayed down there for 2 years and came back and was county forester here in Lee County for a short period of time. Today, I'm a forester and a professional land surveyor. I've kept up with the times. I went to work for West Vaco Corporation and worked for them for 21 years. They were the 8th largest paper company in the world. So I know what the big side of business is like. I also know what the small side of business is like. My partner and I, after West Vaco decided to leave the state, I was one of these people that was left without a job. They offered me a job in Kentucky, but I'm from Mississippi. This is where I'm going to stay. And but we formed Land Tree LLC, which is a consulting forestry group where we offer land surveying and real estate services alongside the forestry services. But so I've seen it from both sides. I've seen the small side and I've seen the big side. My wife and I and my family attend First Baptist Church Manhattan. We've been there for about 20 years. And I'm a deacon, a Sunday school teacher. I teach the youth class on Wednesday night, or help teach the youth class. We have a minister of music and youth, or a minister of youth now. He's not in the music part. But I help with the youth. I also take part in the nursery. I like to give these young mothers a chance to get away from their kids for just a few minutes, because that was a time when I was at that point too. But so we managed to serve the whole church. Mark at one time was in my youth class, believe it or not. So I'm a little older than him. But my wife was the former Sherry Holland of Tremont. We've been married 33.5 years. We have 2 children. Tara Boyd Enlow is a certified nurse practitioner over at Fulton. She has her own clinic, Express Care. Her husband is Ryan Enlow, who is a therapy tech down at the Meadows, which is a nursing home over at Fulton. My son is an 18-year-old who just got out of high school this last year, and he took his CNA test, Certified Nursing Assistant, passed it, and now he's working at the Cedars over in Tupelo. But you know, I look back at my family and the things that I learned growing up, and I realized that the values of the people of 19 and my values were the same. I'm pro-life, pro-marriage, and pro-gun. That's just 3 of them. You can throw some others in there too. This week I was chosen to be endorsed by the Mississippi Right to Life. So I am definitely pro-life. I'm also pro-education, and a lot of times people ask me, well, you're for fully funded education, and I can't tell them for sure that I will vote for fully funded education, because I want to see a bill before I say I'll vote for it. Because there are sometimes things in those bills that shouldn't be there, and I might have to say no. One of the things I know about education, in Mississippi, 64 cents of every tax dollar that's spent in Mississippi, 64 cents of it goes toward education. Yet only 20 cents of that 64 makes it to the classroom. So you tell me, where is this other stuff going? Where is the overhead involved? I'm a businessman, and I know if I run my business and I have an overhead of that percentage, I'll fall flat on my face. And I want business to be run more like, government to be run more like a business, because that's the most efficient way. So today, I want to get more than 20 cents out of that 64 cents into the classroom, into the people, motivate those teachers to do a better job of educating our kids. And that's what we really need to do. One of the other reasons I want to go down there, if you look at District 19, per capita, District 19 has probably lost the most jobs of any district around here in the last 12 years. We need jobs in our area. And with the place that we're at, Mississippi's in the forefront of getting jobs in America today because of our work ethic. That's what Toyota said. They came to this area because of our work ethic. But these jobs are put in here by people who have the jobs. Mississippi Manufacturers Association and the Business and Industry Political Education Committee have endorsed me as their candidate in this race. They're the ones that have the jobs. And they know that I will make this place a business-friendly place. And how better can you support the family than to give a family a steady, decent income? That's the way my constituents feel. Toyota talked about our work ethic. I grew up on a farm, and I work today as a surveyor, so I swing the Kaiser blade in 100-degree heat and 20-degree cold. I'm out there. I know what it's like to make a living. The other thing that Toyota mentioned was that we have a physically sound state. Other states don't have the opportunity to have money in the bank. We've gone from that $700 million deficit to over $200 million in our rainy day account. That has made a difference with business and industry looking at our state. Tort reform cannot be reversed, and our state keep going as we have been this last few years. We must keep tort reform down there and keep it in an aspect that businesses are looking for. The other thing is, I meant to bring my map into this district. This district stretches from here to the Alabama line to a little community called Midway up in Tishomingo County. It's so gerrymandered we have questions about where all the lines are. And one of the reasons I want to go down there is in 2010, the census will show that we need to redraw these lines. And I don't want to use straight lines, folks. I want people to know what district they're in. So y'all help me out. Put me down there if you believe like I do. If you believe like Randy Boyd, if you want some of the common sense things to go on in Jackson that I will carry down there, vote for me November 6th. Amen. I appreciate it.
And last but not least, Mark